When you think of a financial institution like JPMorgan Chase, you probably don't think of beekeeping. But in an effort to learn more about bees and the important role they play in advancing sustainability, the firm is now home to millions of bees. To tell us what the buzz is all about, we're joined by Sage McAdams with the Global Real Estate Sustainability Team. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Sage, can you tell us a little bit about the firm's beekeeping program? How long has it been around for, and why was it started?
Yeah, so the program was started in 2021. We started this program at our real estate just to take advantage of the space we already have and really help further pollinator health and well being. We partnered with two professional beekeeping organizations that collect data from the hives as well as care for the bees across a dozen of our sites in the United States, including Manhattan, Dallas, and Columbus, Ohio, as well as some of our sites internationally. These beekeeping companies know how to care for bees in all different environments, which is really important considering some of our sites are urban rooftops, and that's a bit different than caring for a bee in a grassy field somewhere.
This program not only impacts the environment, but also the economy and food system. Can you tell us how?
Yeah, so we rely on bees to germinate lots of different types of plants, including fruits, vegetables, and nuts that we ultimately end up eating after they're stocked in our grocery stores. Without enough bees and enough pollinators in general, we wouldn't be able to have as much affordable or available produce. So, bee populations are really important. And in the mid 2000s, researchers noticed that they had started declining at a really rapid rate with pretty much no explanation. This reason for the decline is still not fully understood, which is why our beekeeping program is so important as it allows researchers to collect data from the hives in all of our different locations and really understand how they thrive best in different environments. In addition to just collecting data on the bees and their health, we also DNA sequence the honey so that these researchers are able to identify exactly which plants and flowers the bees prefer. This allows us to promote biodiversity by planting pollinator friendly plants and having pollinator friendly gardens that further their efforts and biodiversity in all of our different locations.
What has this program been able to accomplish over the years?
In addition to the research efforts that this program supports, it's also really important for pollination and community building. So each hive that we have is able to pollinate approximately 120 to 200 million plants per year. And we have 48 hives across our portfolio, so that's a lot of pollination going on. In terms of community building, we host Meet the Beekeeper events where employees can come learn about the initiative, and those are always super popular with employees. I actually have this jar of honey from an event in Plano last year, and I kept it because it's so cool to me that this honey was created at an office building where I come to work almost every day. We also use the honey from our hives on campus in our cafes for employee lunches and meals throughout the year.
Sage McAdams with the Global Real Estate Sustainability Team, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me.